In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Among the happy ones, my dear researchers in universities and research institutes, at the end of the 20th and 24th, the competition between artificial zakat companies is a challenge. The Chinese giant Deep Search Virgin Suri emerged to compete with its major companies and even outperform them in some topics such as programming topics, outperforming Shady Petit 4, Claude and Al-Yama. So let's try this model that relies on logical thinking. Let's get started. As you are a young man, the program's approach is very simple. Its interface is high, deep sync or web search. Okay, let's try it like this in web search. So I say to it, for example, United States dollars to Egypt to Egyptian. To Egyptian bound exchange today in today's way today. USD Egyptian to Egyptian pound exchange today. I say today's date. What is this? This man will know how to search on the internet and get me today's date or not. So he says I found 25 results. The important thing is that he says on the date 9. Let's stay here. He says on the date 29, which is the date 29. 29 means today's date, the price is $1.50.7. That means $1 for 50 pounds and 87 piastres. He brought me the sources he brought between them, and we don't care. So he's searching on the internet. Let's try him with a simple math problem like this. I mean, let's see how he thinks. Okay, what should I tell him? For example, I tell him that Ahmed has 5 sisters, he has 6 sisters, and the age difference is between. Each one was 2 years old, and Huda was the youngest of his sisters, she was 7 years old. Can you tell me how old Ahmed was? I mean, Ahmed is the oldest of his sisters, right? We see his logical state. He says to Hud, we will hold on and say that Hud is the youngest one. How old is she? 7 years old. And how many of them have 6 brothers and how many of them are there? So what should we do? He said, this is 7. The one after it will immediately add 2 to it, and the one after it, and the one after it, and the one after it, and he will show you the solution method. That means Ahmed will be 16 years old. Time I want to try it on something else. I try it on how to search. I mean here I will tell him use web. Search on web. This is a scientific topic and we will see it together. I tell him what to do. I tell him here what to do. I tell him consider yourself a senior academic in research. Can you help me in making a topic on the use of essential oils or the effect of essential oils on poultry production in general? And this topic includes summary and includes methodology, includes livelihood, includes discussion. You must write in a professional scientific manner that depends on sources and depends on the APA 7 edition, which is the American Psychological Association, the 7th edition of research. We will see this, and I ask him for a number of papers and the system of the paper, how it is, and that it is A4 and Roman. So I am the one who will classify this promo and direct him to the work. See what he is doing. He says I found 41 results. He answered in a way that is okay. This is a way. In some research papers, they write the source as a number. No, I will tell him, sir. Do this, do it, but don't finish. I mean, he wrote the sources 1, 2, 3, and he will write it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is one of the ways of publishing in some journals. I do not direct him to do the way of writing letters, but don't finish. Please text in a quote. Two monkeys. Two. AP. Okay, I will direct him to write to me at the end of each paragraph of the research. He writes it and he started writing it. About him, rewrite, 2, why not rewrite according to EPI? Stay. I mean, just as you give him the pro, directing him on how to work, he started writing the references between the end of each paragraph or between each two stories. Of course, it is supposed to. This talk can be retracted. I can say that this topic is short. It is not strange to say it. Expand to. 2 boys, write my summary. I want 15 pages. This topic is Look, notice this. See the research written between our stories. The first one was writing to me 1, 2, 3, and so on. The topic of artificial intelligence is new every day. We hope everyone benefits. Happy New Year. My sincere greetings, Professor Dr. Kamal Al-Najd.